You believe you've conquered the art of airport security. Your travel experience has honed a seamless choreography. Toiletries nestled in transparent pouches, laptops positioned strategically atop your belongings, effortless slip-off footwear ready for swift removal. You approach the security checkpoint with seasoned confidence until an officer redirects your luggage for additional inspection. The culprit isn't the anticipated scissors or forgotten nail file. Instead, it's that charming miniature Manhattan snow globe, the artisanal hummus destined for your in-flight meal, or that technologically advanced suitcase that suddenly appears less ingenious than advertised. This revelation illuminates a crucial reality. TSA protocols have evolved significantly in 2025. Security personnel aren't exclusively targeting conventional threats like sharp implements and oversized toiletries. This year, their focus has expanded to encompass seemingly innocuous items that nonetheless create bottlenecks, perplex scanning equipment, or violate regulations most travelers remain unaware of. We're examining the carry-on restrictions that continue to surprise even the most experienced frequent flyers. Because, paradoxically, the most benign-appearing objects often trigger the most unexpected delays. Current enforcement landscape. While TSA's prohibited items catalog hasn't undergone dramatic revisions in 2025, enforcement intensity has substantially increased. Officers now demonstrate heightened vigilance toward items that, while not weaponized, generate significant screening complications. These represent the carry-on obstacles that even veteran travelers encounter unexpectedly. The spreadable substance dilemma. Consider this fundamental principle. Spreadable consistencies qualify as liquids under TSA classification. Peanut butter, hummus, artisanal soft cheeses. Any substance with smearing properties receives identical treatment to lotions or shampoos. Consequently, identical restrictions apply. Individual containers cannot exceed 3.4 ounces, approximately 100 milliliters, and your entire liquid collection must consolidate within a single, quart-sized, transparent, resealable bag. Each passenger receives one bag allowance, not separate allocations for consumables and cosmetics. Exceed these parameters, and disposal becomes inevitable. The 3.4-ounce regulation remains indifferent to an item's novelty, cost, or sentimental value. Passage remains impossible. Strategic recommendation: when separation from your preferred spread proves unthinkable, utilize checked luggage or purchase post-security. Airport retail prices may cause financial discomfort, but surrendering a premium $10 jar creates deeper regret. Powder complications. Liquid restrictions don't monopolize security concerns. Powdered substances can halt your progress equally effectively, including protein supplements and matcha powder. Any quantity exceeding 12 ounces, roughly 350 grams, requires separate screening procedures. The rationale? Powders can camouflage prohibited materials or compromise scanner clarity. Oversized containers, homemade packaging, or unlabeled substances invite additional scrutiny and potential manual inspection. Flagged items don't guarantee automatic confiscation, but prepare for swab testing, chemical analysis, and detailed explanations. Should officers encounter verification difficulties, surrender may become necessary. Simplify the process. Maintain powders in original manufacturer packaging whenever feasible. When transporting substantial quantities, evaluate whether carry-on placement remains essential. Checked baggage eliminates complications. Grooming tool specifications. Curling iron regulations demand particular attention. Butane-powered models require safety caps for air travel. Absent protective covering eliminates flight eligibility entirely. Butane presents fire hazards, and cabin flame risks receive zero tolerance. Fortunately, compact grooming implements, tweezers, nail clippers, travel scissors, typically pass inspection, provided blade measurements remain under 4 inches with proper packaging. Loose, sharp components, disorganized storage, or careless presentation guarantee delays. Maintain blades in transparent protective cases and verify grooming tools meet airline specifications. Missing Maldivian connections over curling iron violations benefits nobody. Souvenir pitfalls. Mementos present unexpected challenges. That adorable snow globe. Exceeding 3.4 ounces of internal liquid prohibits carry-on transport, regardless of sealed packaging. Similar caution applies to novelty lighters, replica armaments, or candles with gel-like consistency. Security personnel lack time for debating whether your grenade-shaped lighter represents harmless humor. Items face flagging not exclusively for danger, but for resembling dangerous objects or violating liquid regulations. Weapon-shaped items, concealed compartments, or liquid volumes exceeding shot glass capacity shouldn't attempt carry-on passage. Wrap carefully and check, or arrange home shipping. Charming trinkets don't justify gate area complications. Smart technology challenges: contemporary luggage and related devices, smart scooters, compact hoverboards, share elegant exteriors, but unite through integrated lithium batteries, creating screening obstacles. Non-removable battery systems trigger TSA and airline fire hazard classifications. Power status and Bluetooth connectivity remain irrelevant. Sealed, permanent batteries prohibit boarding entirely, and checked baggage remains equally impossible, as non-removable lithium batteries can't enter cargo holds where mid-flight overheating becomes unmanageable. Smaller technology, smart backpacks with charging capabilities, Bluetooth trackers, can generate questions when battery specifications remain unclear or inaccessible. Proper labeling prevents delays or anticipate interruptions. Removable battery devices offer solutions. Check the bag while carrying the battery separately, with terminals protected, preferably in fire-resistant pouches, and readily available for inspection. One critical limitation: batteries exceeding 160 watt-hours remain prohibited on passenger flights, regardless of removability. Carry-on or checked, approvals notwithstanding. Verify specifications before traveling. Non-removable or excessive power requires alternative arrangements or separate cargo shipping. Battery scrutiny extends beyond smart equipment. Laptops, tablets, drones, lithium-powered devices receive intensified examination. Airport negotiations with physics remain impossible. Electronics protocol. Checkpoint electronics procedures require precision. Laptops and full-size tablets demand individual bins consistently. No jacket coverage, no cable entanglement, simply the device, positioned flat and isolated. Don't express surprise when officers request device activation. Unresponsive batteries or boot failures can mandate additional screening or permanent separation. While uncommon, serious consequences follow. Officials verify authentic devices while occasionally checking battery conditions. Following a 2024 American Airlines flight evacuation after laptop battery ignition, TSA eliminates gambling with suspicious or non-functional devices. Before airport departure, ensure your laptop or tablet responds to activation commands. Countless travelers have discovered depleted batteries during security screening and suffered consequences. Occasionally, battery depletion becomes apparent only after navigating the serpentine security queues. The most efficient progression strategy? Extract your laptop swiftly and maintain accessibility. Avoid burying devices beneath sweatshirts and snack collections. Position electronics near your bag's surface to prevent queue paralysis while managing boarding documentation and whatever composure remains intact. Power bank regulations. Regarding portable chargers, those ubiquitous pocket powerhouses accompanying modern travelers, flight permission exists within established parameters. Attractive aesthetics and clever marketing cannot influence regulations, and the critical measurement remains 100 watt-hours. Most standard chargers operate comfortably beneath this threshold, providing reassurance. Exceeding 100 watt-hours transforms the landscape. Between 100 and 160 watt-hours, permission may still be granted, but exclusively with explicit airline authorization. Surpass 160 watt-hours and negotiations cease. Boarding becomes impossible. Placement requirements remain non-negotiable. Power banks belong exclusively in carry-on luggage, never within checked baggage. This regulation is absolute. TSA refuses to gamble with lithium cells. When your battery lacks watt-hour specifications, calculation takes seconds. Multiply milliamp hour capacity by voltage, typically 3.7 volts, and divide by 1000 for watt-hour results. Complete this mathematics at home, not while officers examine your luggage and 50 exhausted travelers bore holes through your composure. Battery safety considerations. Notice older batteries appearing swollen, distended, or visually compromised. Abandon them immediately. Deteriorated batteries aren't merely unreliable, they're genuinely unstable. In-flight smoke and fires have originated from defective power banks, and at cruising altitude, minor incidents don't exist. Commit to reputable manufacturers. Bypass bargain basement, anonymous products, particularly those too good to be true offerings flooding online marketplaces where safety protocols may be inconsistent. When traveling with lithium technology, your backpack isn't the sole consideration. One malfunctioning cell can escalate into collective catastrophe. Optimal practice. Transport power banks in cabin luggage, clearly labeled within regulations, and in excellent condition. When specifications or safety remain questionable, replace the device. Inexpensive chargers should never precipitate routine flights into emergency diversions. Drone battery protocol planning drone transportation. Excellent. Batteries follow identical watt-hour regulations as portable chargers. Under 100 watt-hours typically receives approval. Between 100 to 160 watt-hours requires airline clearance. Anything exceeding 160 watt-hours remains grounded. When batteries are removable, they travel in carry-on luggage, never cargo holds. Protect terminals with caps or tape and consider fire-resistant sleeves or protective pouches. Security personnel expect batteries to remain visible, stable, and inspection-ready. Traveler complications arise not from regulations, but from packaging methodology. Loose storage is absolutely prohibited. Cover contacts, secure each unit, and pack to eliminate rattling. You're not merely meeting TSA expectations. You're packing like someone who comprehends that thermal runaway at altitude constitutes genuine emergency. Camera equipment organization. Regarding photography gear, DSLRs, action cameras, comprehensive lens collections, and accessories, transport remains completely permissible. TSA encounters professional and hobbyist kits continuously. The distinction between smooth passage and bag inspection lies in organization. When your pack resembles a gadget junk drawer, loose batteries, tangled cables, random adapters stuffed into socks, expect delays. Anything scanning is cluttered, ambiguous, or difficult to identify warrants officer examination. The solution is straightforward. Coil and secure cables, maintain spare batteries in cases or sleeves, and arrange equipment with purpose. Custom foam isn't necessary, just luggage that appears deliberate rather than chaotic. Looking organized isn't aesthetic preference. It's about progressing smoothly without transforming checkpoints into equipment audits. Medication considerations. Medications represent another context-sensitive area for domestic U.S. Flights regulations remain straightforward. TSA doesn't require original pharmacy bottles. Pill organizers receive approval, and liquids exceeding 3.4 ounces are generally permitted when medically necessary. Simply extract and declare them. The process remains simple, provided you maintain simplicity. The moment your itinerary crosses international borders, circumstances transform dramatically. You're no longer dealing exclusively with TSA. Now you navigate customs regimes, controlled substance databases, and health regulations varying by nation. That over-the-counter nasal spray from your local pharmacy might face restrictions elsewhere. Painkillers perfectly legal domestically could require special documentation internationally. International complications. On US-bound flights, TSA defers to Customs and Border Protection, who prioritize import regulations over liquids and blades. When your medications don't align with US personal use regulations, or you cannot clearly demonstrate their identity and necessity, flagging or seizure becomes possible. Don't expect lenient interpretation simply because you use medications daily. Customs officers aren't pharmacists and won't speculate. Unclear labels, loose pills in unmarked containers, or substances regulated differently across countries all justify detention. Sometimes you'll face questioning. Sometimes medications get held. Sometimes they're confiscated immediately. The intelligent approach involves traveling as if interrogation is inevitable. You don't need comprehensive medical documentation, but clarity remains essential. Keep prescription names visible. Extract liquids early. When carrying anything unusual, injectables, powders, specialty devices, prepare concise explanations and any supporting documentation your destination recommends. This isn't paranoia, it's insurance against that dreadful moment when you're questioned without means to prove your cargo's legitimacy. TSA may approve passage, customs operates by entirely different standards. In 2025, scrutiny has intensified, not diminished. Security purpose and perspective. Indeed, sometimes delays involve peanut butter, sometimes forgotten curling iron caps, sometimes sleek new gadgets you didn't consider twice. Security doesn't exist to complicate your life. It exists to maintain cabin safety and queue efficiency. Pack with intention, understand thresholds, and stay ahead of requirements, and checkpoints become the journey's effortless component. If this guidance preserved a favorite snack or spared you awkward gate area bag searches, share with friends who consistently overpack, engage positively, and subscribe for additional straightforward travel counsel. Safe travels, and perhaps allow that snow globe to journey home via checked baggage.